Now, this is a Friday fun one, ladies. Our next guest is a pop superstar from the 80s. You could say Rick Astley was the Justin Bieber of his generation. Bigger than that. His song Never Gonna Give You Up topped the charts in 25 countries and is still a hit today. Now, good morning, Rick, and welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning.
Your resurgence has been incredible to watch from afar. How shocked were you when Rick Rolling brought you back into the spotlight?
Obviously, that was a pretty crazy moment. I think the whole Rick Rolling thing has been pretty good to me, really. I can't really complain about it. I can imagine a lot of artists would freak if they had one of their old tunes used on the internet as a prank and what have you, but I just kind of think it's done me a lot of good. I think if you've got any kind of a little window on the internet these days, that's a really good thing. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there, so you need to get your kind of music and your name out there one way or another, so that's kind of helped me do that. So.
And also introduce you to another generation, I imagine. Never Gonna Give You Up sees massive spikes in YouTube views every year on April Fool's Day. What is it about the song and that music video that gets everyone excited again?
I think that the thing with the 80s in general is that was kind of the decade that the video really came into its own, because you couldn't really release music without videos in the 80s. You know, it was the first decade that it was kind of 50-50 really. It was just as much about the video and the way people looked as, you know, it was just as important, the video was just as important as the song kind of thing. So I kind of think that when people have gone back and tried to find a cheesy video from the 80s, Never Gonna Give You Up has been there, and it's obviously gone to the top of someone's list. But you know, when I sing that song live now, we've just been doing a bunch of gigs here because it's summertime here, obviously, in the UK. We've just been doing a lot of outdoor gigs here last weekend, and it always gets a great reception, that song, and it's been good to me, you know, so I don't really have any negatives about it. I kind of think it's been pretty amazing to me, really. But if somebody, you know, wants to see it as a cheesy video, I can't disagree with them. It is a pretty cheesy video, but I think the song's still got some legs in it.
Well, as a child of the 80s, I love a bit of 80s cheese. Your wife, Rick, is a film producer. She also became your manager a few years ago. What's it like having that personal and also professional relationship?
It's pretty good, actually. I think there's a lot of guys would be frightened to death of working with their wives, and vice versa. Wives would, you know, frightened to death of working with their husbands. But for us, it works really well. Yeah, we do have our moments where we can get into a bit of hot water, let's say, but it's been pretty amazing. I think the most amazing thing is that we've shared some incredible moments in the last few years. We had a hit album recently, a couple of years ago when I turned 50. So, you know, we kind of opened a really nice bottle of red wine in our kitchen, and it's kind of nice to celebrate having a #1 album like that on a real personal level with the person that you love and the person that you know, share so much with, share your family with, your daughter with. That has meant a lot more to me than, in a way, than the success that I had back in the day, because it was just all so fast and I couldn't really relate to it, I don't think.
We all get into a little bit of hot water in marriage sometimes, don't we? Music biopics, Rick, are all the rage right now with Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man. Is it true you want Ryan Gosling to play you in a movie about your life?
I think I'd probably had a couple of glasses of Chardonnay at that point. For one thing, no one's going to make a movie about me. Let's get that straight. And for two, I just thought, yeah, Ryan Gosling, he's probably about the most handsome, fittest guy on the planet. Let's go for him. So I was being a bit, I was kind of just throwing it out there, really.
I don't know. I reckon Ryan Gosling might be up for that. We're so excited you'll be touring Australia again. Your very first tour here was in 1989. What are your memories of performing here back then?
Even though I was on the other side of the world, it also feels a little bit like home. All the Australians that I speak to, I think, have that same feel that when they come to the UK, yeah, it's a totally different place. The weather's different, but there is a connection. There's something going on that there's a feeling of home about it. And I've always felt that about being in Australia. So every time I've been there, from the very first time right up to now, it's kind of a nice place to be, I think.
Well, we can't wait to welcome you home. Thank you so much for joining us, Rick.
My absolute pleasure. Can't wait to come. I'll see you next year.
And Rick Astley is touring Australia with AHA in February and March, right around the country. Tickets are on sale today. All the details are at sunrise.com.au. And I think he's a man after our own heart. Bit of a recording session, English summer, and what looked like a glass of rosé behind him, ladies.
Oh, I love it. And he's playing at some of the vineyards, and that makes it even better. Doesn't he?
He's about my age. He's 2 years older than me.
You look good too.
Thanks, hon.